So this video is going to be on what happens when a person is an absolute fan. Once again, this is it. I just have to keep saying this. This election is is his election to lose at this point, because he needs all of those suburban moms and all of those people that he turns off with tweets. I'm not saying that you never hit back. I've said this before. I'm not saying you never hit back, but sometimes you just, there's some people like Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar and all them. I wouldn't even respond to these people. The thing he said about, they can go back and try it out in their country, whatever. The thing is that unfortunately, because a lot of people should say, well, that shouldn't deter voters and feelings. Here's the problem with that, is that those are voters in this country. And if you understand that those are voters, then you have to say, you know what? I'm going to tone it down and make stuff a little easier to stomach. Just for the long game. This is what we talk about when we say, hey, you just make stuff a little easier to swallow, to just say, hey, you know what? I want to get forth what I'm doing, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little easier of a pill to swallow. And I wish he would do that, because the thing is that the Democrats just being who they are and just talking about the things they talk about, all you have to do is just let them sit back and implode. He doesn't have to do it. It's not like this is some hard-fought battle here. It really doesn't have to be. He's making this, in my opinion, a whole lot harder than it needs to be. It does not have to be this hard. But he's going to make this fight hard by being a douchebag. He's going to make it hard by being a douchebag. Because a lot of people, most people that I talk to are on board with him. They're on board with everything. They're not on board with the far leftist crap. But the thing is there's a lot of people that are willing to be turned off, and not necessarily willing to be turned off to vote for the other party, but just willing to be turned off and say, I'm just not going to vote for him. There are some people that are willing to do that just because they don't like what he's saying or the way he's saying it. So if he can just lay back off of that. But this is what I'm talking about, when you have people that are fans of his that are not willing to call him out on his freaking crap. The whole thing with Elijah Cummings, why are you worried about that? I know, it's true. What he's saying is absolutely, what he said was absolutely true. But it doesn't take away from the fact that a lot of people, whenever they hear these things, they don't want to hear him going off like that. They don't want to hear it. And it turns them off. They won't be as and then also, let's be honest, these are voters that you don't like. The problem is that those you have to make it more palatable for people that are in their feelings enough to where they will not vote for a person purely because of the way they said something. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it has to happen. All kinds of people make the world turn. So when you're not calling him out on this thing, say, hey man, President, we don't like when you say that. If you're not calling him out, then he thinks that it's okay to do these things. Like I said before, this is his to lose. The Democrats can purely lose this on their own without Trump ever saying one thing, because of how radical they are. So why sit there and say stuff and why sit there and say things that are going to turn people off when you know that you have no competition? This is like the equivalent of fighting of going to fight somebody that you're gonna win, and you're getting prepared for, but instead of training at all, you just decide that you're just gonna lay back and eat pancakes. You're gonna lay back and eat pancakes and go punch and go punch brick walls for no reason. For what? You don't handicap yourself. Yeah, it's gonna be an easy win, but that doesn't mean to go freaking physically hurt yourself doing it. You know, in preparation up to the fight. Don't do that. So that's my whole thoughts on this. I mean, you know, once again, it's just calling out people for being fans, because if you don't call them out on it, this isn't going to be an easy fight. I don't think it's going to be an easy one. I really don't. And it's mainly not going to be an easy one purely because he's sabotaging himself by the things that he does. I'm on board with everything except the wall thing. He's not, you know, he's not doing the wall. No one's calling him out on that. That's another thing that his base needs to call him out on, and his forever fans need to call him out on, is that he's not that the wall's not happening. He can get rid of the anchor baby thing with just a stroke of a pen, executive order. No more anchor babies. You are not gonna get it. Nope, that's not happening. He could end a whole lot of this just by doing that. Of course, he's not going to do it. Wall's not getting built. Call him out on these things, and it actually will make him a better person. But, you know, like I said, we got fans on both sides, and here we are. This election is his to lose, like I said. All he has to do is sit back and let these Democrats and these far leftists just implode and lose it on their own, and you don't even have to do anything. This can be the easiest campaign ever. All you have to do is play sound clips. You literally could just sit back and just play sound clips of the things that they say, and that can be that you can save your breath. You don't even have to hire a speechwriter. you just play back what they say. Play back all the things they say. That's all you got to do. Easy. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.